Welcome to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. Here are your hosts, Peter and Anthony.
Come on! Man, it's been a wild day. Already, it's only 1 o'clock. It's been a wild day. Man.
Facts.
I don't know how we're going to, I don't know how we're going to deal with this. And then I look over and Zach Boyd's in today.
Man, did you know Zach was going to be here?
I had no idea.
I knew Darian wasn't going to be here.
Nobody tells me nothing.
I didn't know Zach was going to be here. Zach,
Literally.
what up? The man got the Tiger Woods red shirt with the black Tiger Woods
I know.
Sunday hat on.
I know. It's a shame Tiger,
Ain't Tiger no more. Yeah.
It's very sad.
Be pretty dope if he was still Tiger.
Very sad, man.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Who?
Zach.
Oh, Zach looked at me like you were talking to me.
No, I know what you're doing.
Like I'm supposed to.
Yeah, I know what you're doing here. That's not a difficult question. What I'm more concerned about is what Zach's doing.
I thought it was gonna be the voice of the horseless, Jay Morgan.
the voice that moves mountains, Jay
Right.
Morgan. No, this is gonna be a Zach Boyd show, and then Zach Boyd for the next little bit because Darian apparently just decided he
just
wanted to just
balled
pop
out.
off and just
go out, just leave the country.
leave the country for a little bit.
Why not?
Just up and left.
I mean, literally, the man just up and left the country.
Yeah.
He's it.
Me and you just had a very candid conversation about making ends meet, and our producer's just like leaving the country whenever he wants.
Making ends.
Like maybe I went the wrong path, you know.
I mean, Darian's got. I got questions. I'm not in somebody else's pockets. Everybody do what they got to do, but
No.
I do have some. I have some questions.
Then we pull up, and Zach's got a brand new 2022
I know
truck outside.
Zach's
I'm
got the nicest little SUV
Yeah.
out here. Just that new new Hyundai.
Which reminds us, he did not drive solo to his last reunion this over the weekend.
No, that's true.
Yeah, we were told that.
I'm gonna let Zach. I got some more
Yeah.
details. I got
You gotta-
all the
man.
details, but I'm gonna let Zach just say what he wants to say. I'm not gonna put anything out there that
Right.
he didn't want to be put out there, except to say that yes, the rumors are true. Zach was accompanied, and in fact was color coordinated.
Yeah.
With that.
What?
With
So it wasn't a classmate then. This was a date.
This was no, this wasn't
Oh, man.
this wasn't an accidental.
I thought it was
situation.
just like, oh, that's Susie from
no. This was a
science class. Let me go talk to her for a minute.
No, this was a
What?
preordained situation.
Zach, I feel slighted on it.
How so?
The conversations we've had in the mornings, Zach.
You shouldn't feel slighted.
You can't tell him how to feel. You can't tell somebody how to feel. Zach.
I mean,
Zach,
that's
you
fair.
used to like walk me through every step of the way. I look up, you got a full date to your
I know he's got full suit,
your,
color coordinated
anniversary.
shoes
Not
and
anniversary.
tie.
Class reunion.
He's got the hair fully shaved and
Yeah.
waxed down. He's got, he's a whole different Zach.
Come on, Zach.
This man is.
I feel a little let down.
What do you mean let down?
You need
I'm
your
proud of
let
Zach.
down.
I'm proud. No, I'm proud of Zach.
Zach, you typically-
I'm proud. Zach is Zach. You have grown in our eyes, in our estimation.
Zach, you typically share everything with us, Zach.
Zach, you've grown in our estimation, and I appreciate that. That's what it's all about here on the program. Now, today we got a lot to discuss. Number one,
We do.
we're going to talk. We're going to talk with our buddy CJ. We have a whole bunch going on with not only with the NBA, HBCU side of things too, which I know CJ is a contributor and a part of the HBCU roundup with Mike Wallace. They do on Grind City Media, so I know a lot of comments about the NIL and the discussion that Nick Saban has had and some of the nonsense that's happening in college football. We're going to talk to CJ about that, along with, of course, where things stand in the NBA playoffs. In addition to that, we are also going to talk to Stephen Johnson and interesting comments from Penny Hardaway, who spoke a little bit at the unveiling of a new Tiger-branded fire truck, and which is exciting stuff, and some interesting things that we learned about Larry Brown, about
Did we really?
maybe about Alex Lomax, about the Tiger situation. We found out over the weekend that Kendrick Davis is in fact not going to be in the NBA draft. Not a shock, of course, but it was official over the weekend. So now you know that for sure. Now, here's my my other question to you, though. We're going to talk to Stephen Johnson of the Daily Memphis coming up 2 o'clock. Here's my question to you, though. Did you hear the bad news?
No. No, bad news about what?
Kenny Lofton Jr. is staying in the draft.
Oh, no. You think that's bad news?
Well, you just had this. You had this dream of Kenny Lofton Jr., the round mound of rebound too, coming to the University of Memphis and making you just full of joy every time he played. And we obviously knew that wasn't going to happen because he lost a little weight. But on top of that, he's not even going to be in college.
So are you acting like I wouldn't be excited about the Lofton Lander Center with Eli Savoy and John Rosa calling the games? You wouldn't be excited about that?
You wouldn't be excited about that.
Yeah, I would.
No,
I would go to hustle games just to watch Kenny
he's
Lofton
not, but
Jr.
he's not that guy anymore. He's not that guy.
You know what? I watched.
He's not the rotund superstar.
Cam Rose sent me a clip of him from the first day of the combine, and he still is entertaining as ever.
You think so?
Yes.
Because what? Just like
not as fat as he used to be. But
his demeanor, his histrionics.
He's still big. Like he lost 25 pounds.
I don't know. To me, this whole situation is.
And I totally talked myself into the Grizzlies like acquiring him as well.
I just felt like I needed to let you know the current status.
Yeah, I know.
Of the situation.
I've dealt with. I mean,
Okay,
I got over it a while ago. I figured he either was going to the NBA or he wasn't going here.
As long as you know, because the Family Leisure Studios here, these are Family Leisure Studios of truth. These are Family Leisure Studios of togetherness. These are Family Leisure Studios where we work together as a team. So I'm not going to sugarcoat it if I don't have to. I'm gonna give it to you straight. Mm-hmm. We do it. These Family Leisure Studios. This is what it's all about right here. By the way, just FYI for those that don't know, play gyms and trampolines $500 off over at Family Leisure. Zach, if you wanna get yourself a hot tub for some reason that I won't discuss, you up to $1,000 off when picked up over at Family Leisure, 2120 Whitten Road, just north of I-40. So as I say, I have no idea why you might need one, but just in case you want to take your burgeoning game to even the next level, might not be a bad idea for you to consider that. Also, the AutoZone listener line open and ready for you. Get in the zone. AutoZone. 901-360-8255. 901-360-8255. You can call us. You can text us. You can also chat with us on the various social media platforms that we are streaming. If you see us streaming, chances are there'll be a chat window or a chat option somewhere. Fire that chat in, and we will see it, and we will respond to it. We love hearing from you. We love interacting with you in any way that you want to. It's just nice to know that you guys are part of the show. So that's always appreciated from everybody out there. Here's my question, Anthony Saint. What is happening in the NBA playoffs? Why are there so many blowouts? Why are we seeing it? Seemingly, it's been basically since the Grizzlies and Warriors series, I guess, since we've seen a tight, down to the wire NBA playoff game. Towards the end of the Celtics Bucks series, that was competitive, but it wasn't really tight. And then there've just been blowout. This Heat Celtics series has been teams trading blowouts left and right.
Right.
Is there a reason for that?
I think I got one.
Okay.
I thought about this long and hard. I listened to.
All right. I like this.
I listened to Greg and Eli this morning.
Okay.
Zach, you were on this morning? I didn't hear you say a single thing.
Yeah.
I didn't listen too long. I listened when I could.
Okay.
I think that
Sounds like
today's
he's disrespecting you a little bit.
No. I think that today's
kind of low key disrespecting you. Just a little bit.
No, I mean I kind of got
what I hear. I don't. It's up to you.
I heard Greg talking about his betting from the day before for about an hour. So I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll come back to this later on. But I didn't make it back to it. But I didn't hear you at all, Zach.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I have a reason why. I think I really do have an answer. I think today's general managers are smarter, and they're trying to build their teams. The formula to winning the championship is evolving. It used to be, you got to have 2 or 3 stars. You got to do this. You got to do this. And now teams are like, yeah, that's cool, but you also have to have a lot of guys who can kind of fill roles. And they're doing it, and they're trying to do it super cheap. You know what I mean? And I think teams like Miami, teams like Dallas, Even teams like Boston, teams like Memphis, they're all kind of doing that. Their team is assembled by a lot of guys who are like true role players. Like they're really not good players. You know what I mean? Just to be honest with you. And
So they're sort of one-dimensional.
yeah, and in the playoffs, and those guys aren't good, you're gonna get beat bad. Like I mean, because if all you got is like limping Jimmy Butler out there, and Bam Adebayo who ain't got it, and Boston's D'ing you up real good.
Well,
Like, if you just got a bunch of other just dudes that are just dudes, like if those guys don't show up, you can get ran.
I mean, for example, like last night, it's very obvious that if the Heat starters score 18 points total, you're going to lose.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't win a game on planet Earth. You can't win a game on planet. It doesn't matter. The fact that that's happening is very bizarre.
Right.
In fact, statistically,
that makes no sense.
Statistically speaking, nothing like that has ever happened going back to 1971 when they started keeping those kinds of stats. So the thing that's weird is, I mean, the whole thing is weird. But the thing that's especially weird is that a team like Miami that is so competitive, generally speaking, they're thought of as like, this is Heat culture. That's a thing where it's like, we buy in. We're into this thing. We're ready to go. And they can just get blown off the planet. And Jimmy Butler's not healthy, but even not healthy Jimmy Butler
should be able to score more than
to give 6 points. Like, that's crazy to me. So is it just a fun? Because I understand what you're saying about role players, but I think there's more to it than that. I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's a tactical thing from some of the like I thought maybe Eric Spoelstra last night just decides, you know what, we don't have it, and rather than tip my hand for anything future in the series and give them something to work with,
right?
We're just basically gonna roll out and just kind of
tank the game.
Yeah, tank the game, more or less. Which is crazy to think of in a Eastern Conference Finals game in a series so tight. But I can't think of any other explanation. And I think a lot of teams were like the Warriors in Game 5 with the Grizzlies. They were down 55 points in that game at one point.
And then came back
and won. And did they tank that game? Maybe, kind of. I mean, it was obvious that they didn't have it, and they went. That run was crazy. We're seeing more and more extreme runs too, where every game now you could pretty much count on a 40-15 run or a 30-10 or something. Just that would probably a few years ago would have been unthinkable. That's become commonplace. Is that because teams are they not pushing as hard? Are they just sort of like, it's just how it's going to be? I don't know. But I do notice that it's very common. It's much more common than it used to be. And it's made for, frankly, these games have not been that much fun to watch.
Yeah,
I mean, there's nothing really competitive going on with any of these games. I don't think it's not like the skill or the talent or anything like that. The talent's great. It's just, are they as competitive? I don't know, because you can go back to the Bulls and the Jazz, that 1998 Finals series. Where it was the basketball was basketball and blah blah blah. The Jazz lost 96-54 in that game. Scored 54 points in a NBA Finals game. So it's not like this stuff never happens. It was a 6-game series, very competitive series and all that. But it just seems like it's happening every single night now, and I don't know. It just makes for just a bummer. Like there's been nothing interesting at all about this Warriors Mavericks series that will likely end tonight. Yeah. There's been nothing interesting about that series at all.
And another thing you said that kind of negates what I was saying as well about the role player thing. Not only are we seeing role players play badly and not show up, we're seeing star players whose production is fluctuating. Like look at what Jason Tatum's doing. Look at Jaylen Brown. Those guys' numbers are all over the place. Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, like all numbers all over the place. You know what I mean? But yet, like I said it on Twitter and I said it on Facebook as well. These conference finals are just hard to watch. Like, and the Bucks Celtics series was much better last round, and the Grizzlies Warriors series was much better last round as well. Yeah, man. Like and it's still, you still have to watch because it's the NBA, and I'm a diehard fan of the NBA, so I watch. But yeah, it's really not good basketball to watch.
No, and that's the difficult situation, because I can't blame teams necessarily for thinking long term. I thought the Grizzlies, it was very impressive to watch what they did in Game 5, but looking back on it now, I think it was fairly evident that the Warriors, knowing that Ja Morant is out, knowing that they're in control, and kind of knowing that they're an experienced group, it feels more like they kind of just let that thing go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to demean what the Grizzlies did in that game, because it was still super impressive to run up the score like that.
Right.
But it was obvious that they weren't panicking at all. Like, they didn't, normally in years past, that game would have, horrified you and would have freaked people out, and they would have lost their minds and all that stuff.
Right.
No, the only guy that looked really even that bothered by it, honestly, was Klay Thompson, who was upset about the game. But other than that, no one even looked remotely concerned. Draymond Green's out here, waving the towel with, whoop that trick
With the
after
fans,
the game, talking about, hey, the fans are having fun, I'm having fun, hey, it's great. Like, old school, like, you wouldn't.
Mm-hmm. You wouldn't have seen it.
No, you wouldn't have.
Do you think the Grizzlies, if they had beat Golden State, do you think we'd be looking at, Memphis Grizzlies gearing up for the NBA Finals, like about to put Dallas out? I don't know if we'd be doing Dallas the same way. I'm not asking you that. I'm basically asking, do you think Memphis will be looking like the better team 3 games in against Dallas? Could they be up 2-1 or whatever?
Well, what's interesting is that Ja Morant says he said after I guess a couple days ago on Twitter that he would be playing if this thing were continuing. He would be playing. He'd be part of it. So that's a good. Hey, that would certainly help. I think based on what we've seen from Dallas, I think the Grizzlies would be able to handle Dallas. Yeah. So yeah, I think so. I think the Grizzlies would have advanced, but and the Grizzlies would have also had home court advantage, which is nice. I think they probably would have. But the problem for them, again, unfortunately, is that they just weren't ready to beat the Warriors yet. And I don't look back at that as obviously it's a bummer and it's sad that it happened and whatever, but like, I don't look back at that as the Grizzlies lost and they should have won and all that. You can look and say, yeah, if Ja Morant hits that shot in Game 1, yeah, if Game 4 and all that, but that stuff, you have to earn that level of composure, and you have to earn the ability to close out games like that. And the Warriors, whether you like it or not, that core they've got together for 8 years plus has been doing that. They know how to, and that's why in that game we talked about it after Game 4. I never, even though the Grizzlies were up the entire game, I never felt like they were going to win that game, and just never looked, and they didn't. Like, there's an extra gear you have when you're a established championship level team, and the Grizzlies aren't there yet. Now, maybe next year they will be, because they've got the
little battle test.
Yeah, and I think there's no reason to think they won't be. But it's not as if some people, I noticed that some people were talking about how the Grizzlies really screwed up an opportunity. No, I don't buy that. That's just it was not their time. It's as simple as that. It wasn't their time. You can regret, you can look back, you can do whatever you want, but it wasn't their time. So
yeah, I think I'm okay with that too.
And you have to be okay with it. Like, they know it has no bearing on whether the season was successful or unsuccessful. It was obviously a very successful season, regardless of what happens. What happened? You control the things you can control. Control the controllables. That's what I've always talked about. That's what coaches say. That's the way you kind of have to live your life. There's only certain things you can control, and to the extent that you can control them, do the best you can with it. Otherwise, hey man, stuff's gonna happen. You can be the best driver in the world and pull out, and somebody just who's the worst driver in the world just plows right into your car. You can't control that. No. That was not your fault. That's life. Yeah. You can be in the greatest shape of your life. You can be a runner who runs 15 miles a day every day and get hit by a truck driving, going across the street. That happens. Not your fault.
Yeah.
What can you do? Life is weird. So, the Grizzlies, they put themselves in the best position possible. They had John Morant had a very tough layup that didn't go in. That's all you can ask for.
Yeah.
And he suffered the injury, and again, you can't control that either. And
sometimes I was talking to my barber, Antonio Jones, cuts hair across the street.
Yep.
And he was saying, he's like, man, I'm a Grizzlies fan. I'm pulling for the Grizzlies. Like I'm a Warrior fan too. I've been rocking with them, for a while. He said, but he said it just feels like this is the year. This is before the playoffs even start. He said, I think Memphis is going to get Golden State in the second round, and I just feel like this is the year that's going to get them the bruises they need to come back and, have the hunger and the learning experience for the future. He said, I just don't think this is their year. I know they got the second best record in the league, but I think this is the year they're just going to take the bumps. And that's probably what we saw. I think this is what we saw for sure. But now you just have to have a smart offseason, find ways to make this team better because you've got the West is going to be better next year. You know what I mean?
Yep.
All the talk about the East has surpassed the West. Yeah, I hope y'all had fun. Because, the West is about to be wild again next year for sure. So, just have to gear up and get a little better internally and trying to find some other ways to get better externally as well. So.
Yeah, and also, like, if you look at it, like, as soon as, like, the Grizzlies got out of the playoffs, like, that's everybody. Like, everybody's been talking about the Grizzlies.
Yeah, because it was like, man, they would have done better than Dallas.
Right. And
because that series was exciting, man, even with the drama. Like, it was – even with the drama and everything, it was a much more – the drama was part of the excitement, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the toxicity of it all. But it was, it's a great series, man, compared to what we saw.
Yeah, it was a very frustrating series.
Dallas just plays an ugly style of basketball. They slow you down, and Luka goes one-on-one. And it's like, okay, I watched Houston do this for 10 years. Like, I don't want to watch this again.
One-on-one, pass it to a shooter. He either knocks it down or misses it.
But it's like bummier dudes around Luka than James Harden had, which is even harder to say. But anyway. Yeah, but man, the playoffs they just look weird right now. Just like you said, how everything's fluctuating, how teams are just trading knockout blows. Like, you know what I mean?
Well,
like
and it feels like they're just giving up rounds.
Yeah.
It's like if you're a boxer, you're just kind of giving up a round. Like you're going to lose that round, so you're not even really going to fight back.
Right.
In saving it for the final rounds, which will that ever come? The disappointing thing, like I'm not surprised by the Warriors, Mavericks. Even though I thought Dallas would win the series, honestly. I'm not surprised the Warriors because, like, if you knew that if the Warriors like showed up and played at this level, it was going to be tough. I didn't think they would, but now that they have, it's not a shock to see how that series is unfolded. You could make the case that would have happened. I'm really disappointed in the Eastern Conference Finals because I thought, man, you've got two like hard-nosed, defensive-oriented, tough-minded. Good culture, all that sort of thing, like talents. And I thought we'd see a bunch of just like, knockdown, like really big time battles.
Yeah,
I haven't seen nothing. Nothing. All just like the games have been over at the half, every single one.
Yeah, those Eastern Conference Finals have been.
Both
so terrible, man.
Yeah, but I'm disappointed in Eastern Conference Finals. The Western Conference Finals I didn't have that high expectations for. The Eastern Conference Finals I thought, man, this is going to be knockdown. No,
at least in the West, man,
it's a 2-2 series that's like doesn't feel intriguing. Like that's hard to do.
At least in the West, Luka showed up every game, Steph showed up every game, Clay showed up. You had Wiggins going off. Like your stars are being stars. You know what I mean? But in the East, it's like, okay, bro, like I don't have time for this at all.
Yeah.
So
that's exactly it. All right, we'll come back. We're going to talk to CJ. I'm curious what CJ Hurt has to say on the other side. We'll do that. We continue here in the Family Leisure Studios. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Did you know your butt has a favorite app? That's right, SeatGeek. When I played college football for the University of Memphis, I had the best views of the game. Now I can still find some of the best views of the games, concerts, festivals, live events, or anything else that I want to go to with the SeatGeek app. SeatGeek puts tickets from all over the web in one place to make buying simple. Just download the app, choose the event, and SeatGeek will show you what tickets are available. SeatGeek rates every ticket from 0 to 10 to make sure you're getting a good deal. Green means good, red means bad. Simple enough. You can see wherever your seat is located. Download the SeatGeek app today. You can get $20 off your first purchase with promo code GABE56 at SeatGeek.com or on the SeatGeek app. That's promo code GABE56 for $20 off your first SeatGeek order. SeatGeek, get your seat in a seat. Download the app today.
Hi, this is Lauren Choate with Choate's Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing. Did you know Willis Carrier invented the modern air conditioning system in 1902? Since then, a lot has changed, but one thing that hasn't is being comfortable in your home. Choate's prides itself in creating the most comfort possible with each one of our customers' HVAC systems we install. We believe the best system on the market today is the Carrier Infinity System. This system has the ability to save up to 50% or more on your utilities compared to your existing HVAC system and is tailored to enhance your comfort with its state-of-the-art green speed technology. Right now, Carrier is offering up to 72 months, no interest financing, or rebates of up to $1,650 on a new Carrier Infinity system. Don't miss this limited time offer to have a more comfortable home and save money on your utility bills. Give us a call today at 347-8086 or visit us at ChoatesHVAC.com for more information. And remember, Choates, let our family serve your family.
Here at Total Wine & More, you'll find what you love and love what you find, especially our totally low prices.
That rosé you recommended was a hit. What should we try for more fun in the sun this weekend?
This silver tequila makes a refreshing tequila sunrise.
Perfect. Wow, that price is refreshing too.
Find what you love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More. Pickup and delivery available at TotalWine.com. Drink responsibly, B21.
Getaway Sports Bar, the best kept secret in town, open noon to 1:30 a.m. 7 days a week. Garvin, the owner, created this SEC NFL Dream Bar over 20 years ago. You'll never miss a minute of action. 10 TVs, 5 70-inch TVs for all the big games. Rack them up on 6 pool tables. Coldest beer in town, grab you a pool stick and get you some good bar grub. 100% Angus burgers, big and moist chicken tenders. Daily happy hour Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m. with long neck domestics, 225 Getaway Sports Bar, 4632 Winchester.
Progressive presents today's to-do list for your dog.
Check front door. Check window. Check other window. Rest chin on ground. Look into distance. Bark for no reason. Check front door. Check window. Check other window.
Your pet has a very busy schedule, so it's up to you to make sure they're protected. That's why Progressive Car Insurance covers your pets for up to $1,000 if they're ever in a car accident with you.
Chase shiny ball. Lose shiny ball. Find shiny ball. Eat shiny ball.
Get coverage for your pets with anti-auto policy from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage for cats and dogs included with the purchase of collision coverage and subject to policy terms.
The NBA playoffs is the world's greatest celebration of basketball. Hennessy champions the moves players are making on and off the court because true greatness is making a long-term impact on your community. Make moves that start movements. Hennessy, the spirit of the NBA. Please enjoy Hennessy responsibly.
Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sain.
Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Love a good Soft Rock Tuesday. Zach, it's good to have you back for Soft Rock Tuesday. I like how we've got the... You it feels like you got to be a big Anita Baker fan. Like it feels like you're probably the... Well, not you. I'm talking about.
Oh, is that good?
Yeah, not you. It doesn't feel like you have to be that at all.
No, like I do. I love her songs. I love. It's just so smooth.
Yes,
it
feels like you don't have to be a big Anita.
No, I don't really. I'm not really Anita Baker fan.
No, it doesn't feel like that at all for you.
You know, she's performing. I think she's on tour.
How old is she?
Who, Anita?
Yeah, I'm sure you know.
I don't know.
Would you get with her?
No.
Zach, I think you just saying that because you got a girlfriend that might be listening to the show now.
No. I don't.
How old do you think Anita Baker is?
Who, me?
Yeah.
She's got to be 70 something.
How old do you think Anita Baker is? Don't look it up. Don't look it up, Zach. How old do you think she is?
I've already looked it up.
Oh, well then. CJ. Can we bring on our friend CJ Hurd?
She's got to be 70 something. Do you not want me to look it up?
No, don't look it up. Don't look it up yet. CJ Hurd, how old is Anita Baker?
75.
Wow, 75.
75.
Was that a no?
64 years young.
No, she's not.
She is 64 years old.
She is not 64.
She is 64 years old.
No way.
Yes, I'm shocked. I'm as shocked as you are.
Hold on. That doesn't sound too crazy, though, because that means that she was 22 when I was born. So when I was hearing the music as a small child, she was coming up on 30. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, I believe it.
Coming up on no.
Yeah. She was
when she's saying "Sweet Love," she's like 27. Like that doesn't sound like that. Sounds like she's like 50 singing that song.
I'm saying.
I mean,
sound like she been through some things that a 20-year-old ain't been through.
She's
also,
64
wait, hold on, we burying the lead. When does Zach get a girlfriend?
Hey,
no, that's the wrong information. He misspoke.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought
Zach, but
Zach finally hooked up.
Hey, but Zach had himself a date the other night though.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
CJ, me and you and Peter, we've all at least been married before, and we've lived life, did a lot of things. CJ was at his class reunion now.
You said Zach. You said CJ.
No, man, sorry. Zach was at his class reunion, his 10-year class reunion, with a lady that was color coordinated with him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's not just a date, man. You don't bring dates to your class reunion.
Not color coordinated either. I mean,
I saw the episode of Martin with Pretty Ricky is what they call him is on there when Martin had to show off Gina, and Gina came in there with the face all swollen up from a bee sting, whatever it was, or whatever something she ate.
Yep.
Like I know the importance of who you bring to your class reunion. So it was more than just a date. Ain't like y'all met at Olive Garden or something.
Look, listen. If we go
imagine
out
Zach when he realized
anywhere.
Olive Garden sold meat when he found out it was more than just olives. Anyway,
look, if we go out anywhere, me and a lady, and we coordinate it, like yo, that's something more than a date.
Yeah, y'all are something.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Come on, Zach. What are y'all for real?
What?
What are y'all for real?
We're friends.
Stop.
Zach, I don't coordinate with none of my friends. Zach, you my friend, and we ain't never
I ain't coordinating with you. No. And I definitely ain't going to your class reunion. So
I'm saying.
Zach, was this a transactional thing? Was this transactional, like, that you, like?
No.
No.
Man,
even then, they not coordinated.
Listen,
I thought you, like, you know.
No, like, you can ask somebody to
rent
come
a baddie
with you
or something.
somewhere.
Rent a baddie for your class reunion or something.
Like, no. Like, you can ask somebody to come with you to an event.
And y'all decided to dress it like it. She went and bought an outfit to match you.
Yes, and I went and bought the shoes to match her outfit.
You're not. I guess CJ is. We're gonna table it. You're lying, but we'll come back to that later on.
We know he lying. He lying if we know he lying. And he know we know.
How am I lying?
Everybody knows. Yeah.
CJ hurt. Back to you. Sorry, you had to be a part of it.
You, baby. She was 20. She was. Oh God. Oh, that hurt everybody's ears right there.
CJ, why the conference finals of the NBA so bad?
Hell, I don't know. What you mean? You act like I made it bad
it's
on
your
purpose.
fault.
Like
it's your
I
fault.
did it on like it's
Why'd
my
you
fault.
do that?
Y'all give me way too much credit.
If we say CJ, we already make you responsible for everything that has to do at the FedEx Forum. So now we're trying to put the entire NBA on you.
Yeah, like I be walking through TD Garden like, hey, you guys need to suck tonight. You, the Celtics, y'all need to suck tonight, and then we're gonna make sure that the Heat suck tomorrow. I don't know. This is strange. This might be a 7-game series, and if it is, this will be not arguably. This will be the worst 7-game series in the history of sports. That's how bad it's been.
It's been terrible.
Good grief.
I don't understand. We were talking about in the first segment, CJ. I don't understand. These are two competitive, like real, like grind it out kind of teams and all this stuff. And you would think that like they would have some more pride in this whole thing, but like it just doesn't happen. Like they don't have any oomph. There's just no oomph. Like they get down by 10, 15, 20 points. It's like, we're good. I don't have it tonight. We're done. We'll try it tomorrow.
You jagged edge now, Peter? You trying to put a little oomph in it?
Yeah, a little oomph in it. I need some oomph. Where's my oomph?
Yo, listen, it happens in sports where it's just not your night. Sports across all levels, all ages. It's happened to a couple teams I've been on. It's not your night, right? It's not supposed to happen to an NBA team in the Eastern Conference Finals multiple times in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's the thing that's so weird about it. It's that the Heat built up such a large lead in Game 3 that it didn't matter what they did in the second half. The Celtics just didn't have enough time to come back, even though it ended up being a close game when it was all said and done. Hell, the Celtics couldn't get over the 26, 27-point deficit that they accumulated in the second quarter. right? So don't keep that game in there. All of these games have been decided damn near in the first quarter and a half, and you're just not used to that. I will say, though, if you ain't never taken an ass whooping like that last night, you can't kick it with me because you don't got enough character in you. I've been a part of whoopings where we couldn't cross half court. They wouldn't let us cross half court for 3 quarters until they fit the scrubs in. So I like my people to have a little bit more adversity when they hang out with me. Mm-hmm. The Celtics had 1 point with like 3.5 minutes left in the first. 1 point with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. That's not supposed to be a thing that happens to an NBA team. Even the bad ones. That's just not supposed to happen. Let alone one that is the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference Finals and the only 1 seed left, the only team left. They play really good defense also. They're supposed to be good offensively. And, no Tyler Hero and those dudes just can't make a basket.
It has been disappointing to say the least. But it's how it goes. Does the outcome of the Warriors-Mavericks series have any impact on how you feel about the Grizzlies?
No. I mean, listen, I felt good about the Grizzlies when the season ended. I still feel good about the Grizzlies. We got into a conversation, Jessica, Megan, and myself got into a conversation about, hey, listen, if you go out in the playoffs, you want the team that eliminated you to win the championship. So then you can say, hey, at least we went out to the best team in the NBA. We probably could have gotten there if we didn't run into them. But no, I don't have that mentality. It sucks to be out of the playoffs, but that's where the Grizzlies sit. They gave Golden State everything they could handle without a John Morant and without Dylan Brooks for 1 game also. So listen, man, it is what it is. And my opinion of the team will not change regardless of what Golden State does and regardless of what happens the rest of the way in the playoffs.
Piggybacking on what you're saying, CJ, I came up being a huge Warriors hater, and I kind of hated them way before the curve. I hated them. I saw where they were headed, and I hated them early. Back when the Grizzlies used to bully them, I hated the Warriors. You know what I mean? Because I knew they had some greatness on them. You know what I mean? I probably look at them the same way teams look at us. So, with that being said, now I'm totally not that guy anymore. I kind of appreciate the legacy that they built, the dynasty they built over this time. Like I look at them as the team that if I'm a Grizzlies fan, this is the organization that we should pattern ourselves after. Like we're trying to build the same way they built or whatever. Is that normal to you, or do you think or do you hate the Warriors as well? Like most people, a lot of Grizzlies fans can't stand them.
I've heard a lot of great things on these airways. Mm-hmm. I've heard a lot of people say, "Hey, I like this team way before it was cool." I've never heard.
Oh, I hate them way before y'all did.
I've never heard somebody take credit for hating a team before everybody else hated it. That's strange to me.
Yeah.
But listen, you're a professional hater. I ain't mad at it. You know what you are. So you just embrace it.
Hope everybody's hot tub runs cold.
You can hate everybody, right? But eventually you realize as a sports fan, hey, I don't have many more years of this.
Yeah,
I don't have many more moments of this. So I'm going to dial it back some because I recognize greatness in this team and what they've been able to do in this Steph, Clay, Draymond, Steve Kerr type of era, what they've been able to do. We're not sure if we'll see it again. We believe we will. We trust we will, but that's not a guarantee. And when we see it again, it will be every bit as spectacular as it was when the Warriors first burst on to the scene. So, no, I get it. You're coming from a place of, hey, this isn't the same Warriors team. This isn't the team that is the juggernaut that they once were, but they're still really, really good, and they may not be here for very long. This iteration of the Warriors may not be here for very long, so let me take a moment, sit back, and kind of enjoy what they are. Now, as to should the Grizzlies be trying to mimic this? Hell yeah, because when you look at what this franchise did, they got 3 championships in the 2010s decade. So you absolutely, if I said, hey, should you mimic the franchise with the 3 championships in a 10-year period? You say, hell yeah. Yep, we should absolutely mimic them. That's success, baby. So yeah, you should absolutely take a look at what the Warriors have done and they're doing it on the fly also, and that's very hard to do. Sure, they had a lottery pick in James Wiseman, But, James Wiseman is not a part of what this team is. So they had the one season where they completely missed the playoffs. They missed the playoffs. They were in the play-in. The Grizzlies knocked them out in the play-in. And then, boom, they're right back with a healthy Klay Thompson and a healthy Steph Curry and Draymond Green. They're right back to being one of the premier teams in the NBA. So, yeah, you absolutely want to take a look at what they're doing and see how they evaluate talent. When you think about what Jordan Poole and Kuminga have become for this team and how they integrate the young pieces, the people who hadn't been there before and who are kind of cutting their teeth in the playoff success type of mentality to the ones who've been there before. It's not easy to do. Not a lot of teams do it well. You absolutely want to mimic that.
To college football, CJ, and you're you and Mike Wallace do the HBCU huddle, and you guys are heavily involved in HBCU discussion. We talked a lot about the situation with Jackson State and Deion Sanders, and him getting called out by Nick Saban by name, and in accusing him of having paid $1 million to Travis Hunter to go to that school. He says, "Hey, I don't even make $1 million. Why is Travis Hunter going to get $1 million?" Travis Hunter says, "If I'm making $1 million, why are we still living in a 3-bedroom home with 5 kids?" And so on and so forth. What do you make of the accusation, the allegation, and kind of the way that all these shots are now being fired across a lot of different conferences from a lot of different guys?
I didn't take it as a shot being fired. I took it as a, hey, I'm going to say this because I need my boosters to hear me say this. We lost out on the number one ranked recruit in the nation, not in the state, not in the Southeast, but in the nation. And we didn't lose them to Miami. We didn't lose them to Florida State. We didn't lose them to LSU or Texas or USC or Ohio State or Notre Dame or Penn State. We lost them to a FCS school because we couldn't pony up the NIL money to get them. We're losing recruits. Texas A&M and Jimbo Fisher, while Texas A&M is always going to spend money on football, right? That's just one of the things that they do down there in College Station. They have the number one ranked recruiting class, not this year, but of all time, because they're able to get these NIL deals done in a way that is lucrative and beneficial for the recruits. So I took it as Saban saying, hey, not only are we're losing recruits to Texas A&M, but if y'all keep playing around being stingy with the money, we're going to lose them to FCS schools. Open y'all damn wallets up. That's how I took it. Now, if I was SEC commissioner, I would absolutely get on the phone with Jimbo and Saban and be like, yo, y'all got to cut this out. This feels different. This feels to me, and maybe I'm just reaching here, but to me it feels real Big 8-ish, where everybody's pointing the finger at their conference mates and tattletelling on their conference mates, and a conference can't stand doing that. It's one thing for the Big 10 fans and for ACC fans and Pac-12 fans to say, hey, Big 12 fans, throw them in there. Hey, something funny is going on at these SEC schools. The SEC as a whole can say, no, y'all just haters because we be whooping that ass. We beat you in the Music City Bowl. We beat you in the Capital One Bowl. We beat you in playoffs. We beat you in Sugar Bowls. We whooped that ass. Y'all just mad. Y'all are sore losers. It's something else entirely when that statement, that call gets made from inside the house, when it is conference mates doing it, because they will find a way to drag one another into it, drag more schools into it. So if Texas A&M gets in trouble, Texas A&M will say, well, look, South Carolina was doing it. South Carolina gets in trouble. Let's say, hey, look, Kentucky was doing it. Kentucky gets in trouble. Georgia's doing it too. And now you've got this thing where everybody's pointing fingers at one another, which will lead to the eventual breakup of the conference and breakup of the money. And that's what Sankey has to get across to both Jimbo and Nick Saban is, hey, yo, cut it out. We've got all this money coming in, and we're about to add Oklahoma and Texas. Y'all want to keep getting these gaudy salaries? Y'all want to keep making millions of dollars? Y'all want to keep being the pinnacle of the sport? Y'all need to shut the hell up about what's going on as far as these NIL deals are concerned. Just eat it, bite the bullet. If you don't like it, tough, we'll work on finding a deal. We can't have y'all out there besmirching the great name of the SEC where it just means more. NIL deals included.
Last thing, CJ, speaking of eating it, NIL deals, Juneteenth ice cream from Walmart. What do we?
I love it. I love it. Listen, this is great. This is great. This is how you know you're a real holiday.
Yeah,
when
man.
you get commercialized.
Okay.
Hey, chocolate people, what goes great with chocolate freedom? Double chocolate chip ice cream, baby. Come buy some. Juneteenth on the label. Wow, there it is.
You know what?
Think about a holiday. Every holiday has been commercialized. That's how you know it's real.
Bro, I'm gonna say this, and I'm not trying to make anybody mad. If anybody wants to call me a coon, go ahead. Whatever you want to say. All right, here's.
Jeez,
listen, there are people who
maybe not that
like we're mad, we're mad about the whole ice cream thing, right?
Jeez.
The audacity of black people and the stuff we've done to poor Mexicans over time, like we've totally stolen Cinco de Mayo, bro.
So listen, hold on. Cinco de Mayo.
Mexican people have to see Taco Bell every day. Like this, totally like capitalizing off of fake Mexican food. Like it's not even Mexican food, and they have to look at that every day, man. The audacity of us. We get a holiday and it gets capitalized on, and we get mad about it. Like that's what the holiday is. Anyway,
Mexican people don't even care about Cinco de Mayo. It's not really a holiday.
It's not a big deal. It's not really a big deal.
I'm just saying, bro. Like the audacity of us, bro.
Is a Mexican pizza? Is that really true though? Mexican pizza? I don't think that's right. I don't think that's what they do.
If somebody came out with somebody came out with black people chicken, we'd be mad as a mug, bro.
Well, Anthony, it would be different. It would be different if the slogan was, "Hey, black people, what goes great with chocolate freedom? Watermelon flavored ice cream." Like, no, we can't do that. But you just throw a label on the ice cream container. Think about 4th of July. All the popsicles and frozen treats that come with that holiday, not to mention all the beer cans, right, that get their red, white, and blue on during that time. Hell, Little Debbie, the best damn snack cake they got is a Christmas tree cake, and that's only around for Christmas. Think about how that was commercialized. McDonald's just throws random pictures of MLK up every year for MLK Day. So think about how that holiday gets commercialized. Thanksgiving commercialized.
At least they haven't done
Valentine's Day commercialized.
At least they haven't done like McCLK. I mean, I thought that McLK. I feel like we're just thankful that we haven't gotten to that point yet. So.
We're getting there. But that's just how you know it's a real holiday, baby. That's how you know it's real when it begins to get commercialized.
I think it's all weird and it's a little odd, but I'm not offended by it because I'm like, all right, that's just kind of.
I'm offended that they're trying to trademark it. However.
Yeah, that is kind of that's trash.
You can't do that.
Don't do that.
That's not cool.
Wait, they're trying to trademark Juneteenth?
Yeah, Juneteenth has a little trademark on the label on the ice cream.
Somebody has a patent. Some white guy has a patented trademark on the name. No, that I
don't care.
We really can't have anything over
here.
No,
but I see.
Everything is appropriate.
Even if it's a black guy, no one should trademark.
It's like Taco Tuesday. Like LeBron trying to take Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, you can't trademark that.
Is Christmas trademark?
No, of course not. That's what you can't.
Okay,
you can't trademark.
I didn't know
Christmas.
the Catholic Church owned
March
it or something like
March
that.
Madness is, but not like Easter. Easter is not like doesn't work like that.
Go by the black owned. It's the black owned company that has that same ice cream. CJ, we gotta go grab some of that, man.
Okay, I'm down.
Yeah,
I'm down. Listen, I like freedom. I like ice cream, so I'm gonna get both. It's fine with me.
I like options too. So
it's the freedom for me on the napkin.
It's the freedom for me.
Is that the name of the ice cream flavor?
No.
It's on napkins, which is wild. So I don't know.
Hey, why we did like people say like social media got it like banned or whatever, right? Like, why can't we, protest, inflation or something, like gas price? Like, why we can't, put an Ever store or something that's really, other than ice cream?
Yeah, agreed.
Anyway.
Agreed. Let's go.
All right,
CJ, thank you. Please tell your wife we said hello.
Oh, man.
Every time. We'll come back and continue here. I want to get to some controversy. Speaking of NIL and that sort of thing, we'll get a little recruiting controversy. We'll talk with Steven Johnson coming up about the Tigers as well. Stick around. Grind time rolling on a Tuesday.
You have opinions?
You bet.
Of course you do. Everyone does. Hit us up on the AutoZone listener line, 360-8255, 360-8255.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood.
I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
The weather and the deals are heating up over at Gossett Kia Covington Pike, and we're ready to put you in a new ride today. Take your pick. 2022 Kia Forte LXS 39 MPG Highway, $219 a month, $27.99 due at signing. Or get 2022 Kia Soul LX 219 a month, $29.99 due at signing, both 36-month lease. And third row seating with 2022 Kia Sorento LX 315 a month, 36-month lease, $34.99 due at signing. Plus peace of mind with Kia's 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Come see Bobby J. He'll put you in a new Kia today. Gossett Kia 1900 Covington Pike. Online, KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 36-month leases. Forte NE 483,548, MSRP 21,435. Soul N 78,33,273, MSRP 21,140. Sorrento NG 11,66,57, MSRP 31,290. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Kia. Excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 5/31/22. Dealer stock only. Warranties a limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details.
Better skin from your body wash? Try Olay Body Wash with skincare super ingredient collagen. Olay Body Wash with collagen hydrates to rejuvenate skin surface cells for healthier looking skin in just 14 days. From dry and dull to firm and radiant, so I can step into my day feeling my best in my skin. And now try Olay Body Lotion, which hydrates for visibly firmer skin that improves over time. Olay Body, fearless in my skin.
Want to lose money in real estate? Try selling your own home. This is Sheldon Rosengarten with Mark's Benstorff Realtors, also known as Mr. Three Putt or the worst golfer in town. I've had numerous clients think they could sell their own home and eventually called me. To me, it's not a for sale by owner, it's a for sale by donor. When we went to the closing table and made more money than they ever thought they could make and not have to worry about letting unqualified strangers into their home, they couldn't have been happier to let someone else handle the transaction from start to finish. So if you want to watch someone play golf poorly, call me. And if you want to sell your home, remember to talk to 2 to 3 real estate brokers, but please include me. I have a highly successful strategic marketing program. And find out why people often say, when you want the job done, call Shell Dunn. That's Shell Dunn Rosengarten, 483-0546 or MemphisRelocate.com. That's 483-0546 or MemphisRelocate.com. Thank you.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
If you have damage to your home and have your insurance carrier involved, you need a great contractor. You also need a team that has seen claims of all shapes and sizes, residential or commercial. After our inspection, we'll share our findings and give you our professional opinion. Some people say you get what you pay for. However, our opinion is free. Trust the name you can depend on, like the tens of thousands of families Brian and I have served over the past 20 years here in the Mid-South. Brian Elder Roofing. We'll measure your roof from outer space and share our team's experience for your your property and claim. Repaired roofs, replacement roofs, big roofs, tiny roofs, insurance roofs, flat roofs, TPO roofs, asphalt roofs, tile roofs, slate roofs, metal roofs. If your roof needs some love, call me. 901-867-0303 for Brian Elder Roofing and Contracting.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sand.
Come on now. That's
how much I
feel for you, baby.
How much I need.
I need your touch.
How much I
All right, so we've talked about the a whole host of issues. We're going to talk about more Tiger-related stuff with Steven Johnson coming up in our next segment. Now, how do you feel about what has happened with Louisville and John Calipari? Louisville pulling a Cal and hiring Milt Wagner, right. Which is how times have changed. Hired Milt Wagner when he was the dad of DeJuan Wagner.
Yeah.
And now DeJuan Wagner's son, DeJuan Wagner Jr., a.k.a. DJ Wagner. Milt, well, he's now the grandfather. Mm-hmm. And Louisville went ahead and hired him to try to go ahead and take care of business. Boy, Milt Wagner's really done a nice job of just
finessing.
I mean, man. I'm
kind of a quiet T. Morant, so to speak.
Of course, he is a
T. Morant with a mute button.
He played Louisville. He's a Louisville alum and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like it's just completely unrelated. However, it is quite interesting to see how the tables have turned, so to speak. And in a world of NILs and all that stuff, it's refreshing to just get a good old fashioned. We hire a relative.
Yeah, why not?
That's the old school way.
That's how you save money.
That's how you just get back to the basics.
Just cut a check to the dad.
What do we? Come on,
I'm not calling. Hey Nike, can you Owen Brennan's? Can you? No, we ain't got time for all that, man. Just hire the dad.
Kenny Payne, man. Kenny Payne is
Kenny
Payne is going to do. I mean, this is Louisville's going to be a force because Kenny Payne is he worked alongside Cal. He's Cal's guy, and now he's going to work against him, and he's got the chops to do it. I think it's.
I got a question. Let me test this joke out.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it live on the air. Okay. When Kenny Payne reached out to Milt Wagner, did it go something like this? I'm Kenny Payne. You know me. Come on now. Did it go something like this? You know your grandson should be you and me.
Play for me.
Play for me.
Oh.
We got an idea like.
Oh. Director, player, personnel.
Yep.
Like, oh. Yeah. Uh-huh. I think it's exactly right.
Yep. Solid deal. Do your step.
Walk it out. Snap your fingers.
I think that's what he said. I think that's exactly what he said. Hour number 2 on the way with our friend Steven Johnson. Stick around.
It's been said that the world always looks brighter from behind a smile. So why not let my friend, Dr. Mehdi Sadeghi, and his friendly staff at the Smile Center Memphis help brighten up your world. The Smile Center is a local family dentistry located in Germantown, specializing in cosmetic crown veneers, teeth whitening, and Invisalign clear braces, all with free consultation and second opinions. New patients are welcome, and if you don't have dental insurance, don't frown. They have an in-office plan to fit your specific needs. Same-day emergency service available as well. Give Mehdi a call, 309-1333, or visit their website at smilecentermemphis.com.
Hi, everybody. Greg Gaston for FanDuel. Add a little excitement to your sports watching experience by betting on all the action on FanDuel Sportsbook. There's a reason why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Their app is simple to use. They've got great odds on all different betting markets, unique fun bet types like same-game parlays, and exclusive always-on promotions such as enhanced odds boosts on the biggest events that let you get more action out of every game day. And if you win, they even get you your winnings safely in as little as 24 hours. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to get started, and be sure to sign up with promo code GASMAN so they know I sent you. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code GASMAN. Must be 21 or over and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit is required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions do apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call Tennessee Redline at 1-800-889-9789.
The one thing downtown Memphis has been missing for a while is a really great bar. That's because Bell Tavern has been closed, but it's reopening soon, and the timing is perfect. People are going out again, and they want a truly great bar to go to, and Bell Tavern, with the coldest beer in town, is tucked away in Barbaro Alley between 2nd and Main. But the easiest way to find it is to walk right through the dining room at 117 Prime on Union. Bell Tavern is the perfect place to start your evening or keep the fun going later. Finally, the downtown bar everyone deserves.
Hey Mid-South, this month buying a car is as easy as one and done. Colin here from DeSoto Auto Sales. Just visit one dealership, put just $1 down, and you're done. You could drive a nicer, newer car today. Even if buying a car has been hard in the past, we've got the one and done solution for every situation. Still owe on your current lease or loan? One and done. Payments too high? One and done. Nervous about past credit mishaps? One and done. Because my For the People credit approval process is the one to get it done. It's that easy. So ditch your old ride and drive a nicer, newer car for just $1 down. Only at my one and done sale. I'm Colin, and I'm your dealer for the people. See all the cars online at DeSotoAutoSales.com. That's DeSotoAutoSales.com.
Credit and $1 down require bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. Offer absolutely expires on May 31st, 2022.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
Oh, yeah.
Now, back to grind time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sain.
Very special. All my life I look for you. And today my dreams come.
Man, this is really.
You need me.
My brain just won't. You know, sometimes my brain will get stuck on something. I won't move on until I get an answer. If you are in our listening or our viewing audience, what we call a Mexican pizza actually has an actual authentic Mexican semi-equivalent. I can't think of what it's called. If you know what I'm talking about, please let me know. It's called a something, but it's not a Mexican pizza. And I'm sure it's not as cheesy as what we call Mexican pizza either. But there's something where they use the round.
What do we call? I mean, what does Taco Bell call? You know,
nothing.
I think a tostada is maybe what you're.
That might be what I'm talking about.
I think you're talking about tostada.
Hold on.
Yeah,
that might be it.
I believe it's a tostada. That's my thought on that. That's
Why didn't you say that 20 minutes ago, people? We've been talking about this forever. A tostada is what I'm talking about.
Because I was thinking. I mean, we were talking about a bunch of other stuff, frankly.
Yeah, tostada is what I mean.
Now that we're doing the show.
Don't worry about it.
Now that we're doing the show, my mind is now focused. Now that we're in the segment, my mind is now focused on.
I got you.
We had a million things happen in the middle of the break. Yes, tostada.
Tostada, yeah, is what I mean.
Tostada. Yeah, but my point is that Mexican cheese is a thing, and Mexican style is a thing. It's not the same thing as saying, black people food or white people.
Ice cream.
White bread is not
white bread.
It's not because of white people. It's because of the flour and all that stuff. So I mean,
but just really the audacity of us, man. Like we showed up at Cinco de Mayo with sombreros and black curly mustaches, and like
we didn't.
But I'm just
somebody
saying, bro,
did.
Man, we had the audacity to.
Listen, that's what we do.
It's capitalization. That's what we do.
We hoover up everybody else's culture.
Yeah.
And this is a classic American move for a long time. It's gentrification, hoovering up culture, turning it into.
As long as y'all know I ain't coming to work that Monday, they're gonna try to be slick and throw it on a Sunday.
On Father's Day, no less. I know.
Is Eli still here? This might be the best time to tell Eli I'm not coming. I might have to email that man over the weekend on Saturday or something. What, this tomorrow, Juneteenth? Because you can be out here.
Y'all don't even know what day Juneteenth was. Y'all thought it was June 18th, for crying out loud.
I thought it was, too. Is Eli still here?
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, this might be the best time to tell everybody I need a day off.
All right, let's talk to our friend Stephen Johnson, who joins us now. Stephen Johnson for the Daily Olympian. And Stephen, I'm curious. Do you think Mexican pizza is racist?
I think it's extremely racist. If you were a Mexican, would you be offended by it?
I'd love to hit you with a question like that, just out of the gate, just to see. How it goes.
Man. Well,
I have an answer to that.
The answer, by the way, is no.
Answer is yes. No, it's the same company that had a freaking Chihuahua. That's, yeah, we'll eat that gordita. Come on, man. Are we serious? Of course it's racist.
No, that's a different question. Is Taco Bell racist? That's a different question.
So you think their products aren't?
The concept of Mexican pizza is not Taco Bell. People have made
Mexican pizza. The Mexican pizza existed in the prime racist era of Taco Bell, though, Peter.
Yeah, but the Mexican
it's
pizza
not a new menu item.
Existed. No, but what Taco Bell didn't create the Mexican pizza.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
They did, Peter.
The Mexican pizza's been around since forever.
Hey, eat that gordita. So freaking Chihuahua talking.
Go back to
you think that company?
Speedy Gonzalez has been around forever. I mean,
exactly, bro.
We've been caricaturing people for years. Come on.
He just taco ningana.
Yeah,
I gotta find that.
Having a real heavy conversation here.
You just walked into a real discussion, didn't you?
You didn't realize where it was.
Crazy thing is, I've never had the Mexican pizza.
Steve, have you ever been to the famous taco truck Taco Nigga?
Yeah. If I'm being real, I might go today.
Hey, it's slamming, ain't it? I had it for the first time this weekend.
It's real good. It's real good.
Taco Nigga.
Man.
Oh God.
Life changing.
They say, oh, this is payback. Anyway. Oh God. Oh man. If I offended anybody, it wasn't intentional. I apologize. Let me clear it up. Stephen Johnson. When is Petty gonna sign somebody for real? Because the concept sounds good. Like for real, the concept sounds good of we just gonna go through the transfer portal. Look at it. I didn't say Pirtle. We just gonna do the transfer portal thing. I'm with that. That sounds good, especially when Kendrick Davis is your first piece. But kind of got to have a rest of a team, man. You can't have Kendrick Davis and the East High School All Stars. That sounds like the name of a group. Kendrick Davis and the East High All Stars with classic hits like "We're Your AAC Champs." Anyway, go ahead.
Mexican pizza.
But for me, and things I've kind of been hearing, I'm looking at the June 1st date. We start seeing more and more players kind of withdraw and either decide to go back to the schools or remain in the portal. I kind of agree with you, and I know I think he was speaking, and Penny was speaking to some media yesterday, said he was still focusing on strictly the transfer portal. A lot of this, I'm not going to say a lot of the difference makes, but some of those top elite guys, a lot of them are kind of either off the board right now or haven't been, or Memphis hasn't been involved. So I think, and unfortunately, your guy Kenneth Lawson, I want to say yesterday he confirmed he was 100% staying in the draft. So that's kind of another name that you can maybe kind of scratch off. So I think they're about to just kind of regroup and see who's back, who's available, who's taking their name out the draft. Assuming Dre and Lester come back, you have kind of a good core. But now I think you just only have maybe 2 or 3 pieces left to kind of, and that's going to determine the ceiling of the team next year, I think.
So what happens? When do we start figuring out a staff? Because that feels like that's kind of an important thing. Presumably, Jermaine Johnson is back on staff. Apparently, Rasheed Wallace is still doing some workouts and stuff. Larry Brown is maybe going to be back in some capacity, but maybe not as a full-blown assistant, or maybe not. What shouldn't there be a staff here pretty soon?
Yeah, and we will hope so, I think, and that probably also kind of goes hand in hand with kind of how things have kind of slowed down a little bit on the recruiting front, just because, technically, I know they haven't announced anything official with JJ yet. Technically, it's only one assistant maybe officially out there kind of recruiting or out there in that situation. So they need to add some guys. I think Larry Brown will be back, but it's interesting that Penny moves at his own pace, and how he words things always just leaves me kind of just curious. If he's not back in the assistant role, is that going to be the quote-unquote consultant role Rasheed was in last year, or is he going to be still on the bench but maybe like in the support role? So what exactly that means. But if he's not on staff, then I think that will make it even difficult to kind of fill that out, even if you move JJ up. So he has some decisions he needs to make, and you would love for them to put a staff together and round out this team before we get, deep into the summer. You don't want to be in August, adding players, adding the staff because you want to kind of build that continuity.
All right, it seems like Penny's kind of saying without saying with the whole Larry Brown situation that he wants his role to be kind of small, maybe like not an influencer. I don't think he wants him to be like, hey, bros, it's your boy Larry Brown. Smash that like button. I don't think that's what he meant at all. But
LBs.
It's the boy LBs.
Packing on that LBs up here. Come on now.
I don't think influence was the word I meant.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah. Be sure to like and subscribe, man. Make sure you hit that bell so you don't miss a single post from LB.
For your boy LB's.
LB on hoops.
I don't think that's what he intends, but what's the word I'm looking for? Consultant. Consultant is what he means.
I prefer influencer. I think that's actually
influencer. Larry Brown, the influencer. That'd be pretty dope. But yeah,
I want to watch this video on Bob Cousy getting much maligned. Yeah. Bob Cousy was actually amazing. Here's one.
Get my boy BCZ. I got my boy Bob Cousy on here checking in. Bob, what's up? Huh? Anyway, all right. When did they let these Negroes in the game? Bob Cousy probably wake up out of his mind.
Where's Nick Schnicker?
Where's Nick Schnicker when you need him? Huh?
Poor Steve.
What's this on? What's the kid's name that plays for Dallas? The kid with the hair.
Reggie Bullock.
What the hell is on his head? Steven Johnson. No, seriously.
This thing is gone off the rails.
Oh God. Oh man, Bob Cousy probably isn't aware of a lot of stuff that's changed. Black Lives Matter to who?
I bet he likes Mexican pizza though.
Oh God, Steven Johnson. All right, all jokes aside,
yeah, right.
Is that something you think is going to be feasible? That Larry Brown could be a part of Penny's staff, not as an assistant coach, like just kind of, officially doing what he was doing last year, but with the correct title.
Mm-hmm. Well, Larry kind of always struck me as a guy that wanted to be like on the bench, actually coaching. Like he had a passion for it. Like we saw it on the sideline. So, I mean, but maybe they just have their relationship. There was something going on. I think we talked about it before. Like there was some friction on the coaching staff. I just think that might just be it just might be something assistants have to deal with Penny because that's not the first time we heard about it. So, Larry strikes me as a guy that would want something a little bit more than a consulting job, but at the same time, it seems like he's still coming back in some capacity, so maybe he is open to it. I would still think that he would be more of a resource on the bench, though, but, Penny has his ways about him.
Well, and then on top of that, you mentioned the Kenny Lofton situation and what happens from here, and I've been kind of commiserating with Anthony saying about Lofton. Because he's not the same guy. He's lost some weight.
Have you seen? Do you think it's not entertaining that Kenny Lofton's shooting threes now? Come on, man.
I mean, the man's working hard on his body and all that stuff, man. Come on, I say cut him some slack.
I'm saying it's still super entertaining that he's pleasantly plump still and shooting threes. Anyway, go ahead.
He's doing all right. He's doing all right for himself. No, I think that's excellent to see. Though now here's my thing though with guys like that, and you see the way the portal has kind of unfolded at this point. And then you hear about the stories like we talked about in our last segment where DeJuan Wagner Jr. and Milt Wagner being hired by Kenny Payne. Is Penny, like, I think there's always been a lot of confidence in Penny, but it feels kind of like this market has changed a little bit under his feet, and the tools that he normally would have had to kind of go on, that being his name, image and likeness, his own name, image and likeness. I don't know that that's going to carry the same weight in a world where you've got a whole bunch of people that can do all these NIL deals, and where you've got, he seems to be de-emphasizing those prized 5-star recruits at the high school level. Has the map changed a little bit on Penny here?
Yeah, I think absolutely. I think the map kind of changed for everybody, especially for Penny. I think probably naturally you would think that Memphis would be one of those programs that would seemingly adjust. I'm not saying they haven't, but with some of this information that we come out with about these collectives all over the country, especially in some of these bigger programs, and I know Memphis has their own now developing, but like it's a game changer, man. So as much as I think kids are still going to consider like playing for Penny, and he does have this reverence with them, man, that NIL stuff just changes the game. If you're not offering the reality of it, and I don't have a problem with it. I don't think either of you do either. But if you're not offering them a strong enough package, then it's going to make it hard for you to land kids. I think DeAndre Williams spoke with John Martin with us on the David Memphian. He was open, like they thought they were going to get more NIL opportunities. So I think that might kind of maybe paint a picture that compared to some of these other programs, Memphis is going to have to adjust and kind of keep up.
Well, and that's the thing with the DeAndre Williams side of it. Like he's looked around and seen some other guys, getting deals, and Jalen Duren. I don't think he got the lucrative deals that people were talking about in the $1 million range, but he got the NFT deals, and he got the a couple other things going for him, and same thing with Imani Bates, got a lot of attention and stuff like that. I'm sure DeAndre Williams looks and says, I'm damn near 30 years old, and I got to start making some money doing this based on everything else. You look at these other kids that have kind of used NIL as a leverage tool to either stay at their school or to transfer somewhere else. Is he kind of using this as a wedge to say, look, man, somebody got to give me a little something here. I was more valuable to this team last year than just about anybody, certainly more so than Imani.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And I think once the story with the Miami player came out, when they were like negotiating his deal or whatever, he was making $400K a year. I think once the numbers start coming out, then I think you're going to see players even kind of take more power in these situations to kind of negotiate a deal. Because I know technically the school's not supposed to be involved or whatever, but we know what time it is. So I think if you are DeAndre, you have a unique opportunity one more year. You had it the first year, obviously, but you have one more year to kind of maximize the money you can make in college before you go off to, who knows, overseas, wherever the case may be. So I think that plays a factor. And like I said, they've been open about it, or his staff has been open about it, that the right type of NIL package will be very enticing, safe to say.
Stephen, we know that we can assume that DeAndre Williams and Lester Quinones will probably be heading back to the University of Memphis. Totally different situation for a guy like Josh Minot, who, of course, has had some positive feedback, and he's probably going to stay in the draft. What are some of the things? Are you hearing anything scout-wise as far as what people are thinking about him in the combines and interviews and those type of things?
Well, I know at least one analyst had him all the way up at top. I don't want to say it was John Hollinger or somebody with the Athletic had him in like the top 10 range. And it kind of seems like wherever you look, sometimes the opinion might be a little bit mixed. But I think he's in a position now where he's going to be drafted. I think safe to say he has workouts with Orlando, Toronto, and Atlanta all throughout this week. He worked out with Cleveland yesterday. So I want to say he's worked out for maybe a dozen teams. So I think the interest in him is real. I think based on what he did on the combine, just from what I've been reading and what I saw a little bit on what they broadcast, I think he's done enough to get drafted. I don't know if he'll be the first or second, but I think somebody's going to take a flyer on him now that they kind of seen the athletic potential and just seen him up close and personal. So I think he did enough to kind of earn a spot in the draft for sure.
When you watch the draft, all the coverage, you see some of the guys that are making a name for themselves, some of the guys that are pulling out and coming back to school. Do you think that the NIL stuff has led to college basketball being a better product overall? Are you looking forward more to the season with more experienced guys around, and particularly a lot of these big guys like your Oscar Tshiebwe's and Bacon at North Carolina coming back? Has that made it a more marketable product overall?
I think it will be. And honestly, one of the things I've always kind of been jealous of you guys' generation is like you guys had those teams, like actual teams that stayed together for 2-3 years at a time. Where so with me is going to the one and done era and all.
How
those
old you think
things.
we are, Steven?
Man, I've never felt older.
I've never been
older in my life. Oh my God!
Well, I mean,
Bob
y'all
Cousy.
had
I
the
feel like Bob
fast-
Cousy
right.
over here. Like, good God.
Y'all
No
had the
3-point
Fast
line.
Five,
No 3-point line.
UNLV, like those Duke teams, things like that.
That's true.
And now I feel like now these teams are kind of like, they come in, the main guys are here for a year, and then they're gone. But I think the NIL will kind of change that. And like you said, especially with those big men, you're going to see these star players returning. And I think that's going to make the game a lot more interesting, hopefully a little bit more watchable. But I definitely think it's going to help. And I'm looking forward to like a future where you see guys that are like borderline, really good college players, but, they're probably not going to go that high in the draft. And instead of leaving a year early, they stay, and, they'll make the game better and teams better along the line.
Well, again, I'm not that old, but yes, I think you're right. My quote unquote generation, we did see
Before they let high school players.
We did. Well, it's actually. I think one of the things that if you like college basketball, one of the things that's been appealing is the idea that maybe someday it would come along and sort of end up like college baseball, where you either can be as a high schooler, you can go pro and just kind of go pro right out of high school and just be done with it, go that pathway. Or if you choose to go college, you have to stay for 2 years or 3 years or whatever it is. There's a certain stipulation. So I like that approach of saying, like, if a kid's really good, if you have this, if LeBron James type guy that comes along, like, there's no point in playing college. It's why you can't force him to play college. It's stupid. Like, he's clearly ready for the pros. But if you're going to go to the pros, that's one thing. If you're going to go to college, that does kind of, if you can, have a guy that's going to stick around for multiple years, like you said, it does create like, teams that have personalities and teams that have, real feeling, and there's a real connection between the fans and those players and stuff. And there's more of that going on. So I don't know if they meant to do it this way. I doubt it. But to me, it has kind of created this situation, Stephen, where you have players that are going to be quote unquote college players, and they're going to be college legends, and they're going to be able to make, pretty good money doing that, as opposed to the guys that are going to go high school or going to go G League Ignite or going to go international or going to go, maybe one and dones. But I think we started to create this little bifurcated system.
Right.
Well, like I said, I'm definitely here for it because for a while, the last couple of years, it feels like the biggest stars of the sport are like coaches, which is, it's one thing we have like a guy like Penny, but like Coach K, like I was happy to see him go and things like that. So I'm looking forward to like a future where you see those guys end up staying for 2-3 years, and teams have like you said, those personalities, kind of like those CDR and Antonio Anderson type teams where you knew those guys were coming back. There's maybe not as much turnover and things like that. So I think it's going to be better for college when you don't have so much turnover and you have guys staying, more good players staying. We know how college basketball can be sometimes, but I think it's going to be good for the game, and I think it's going to be good for the players especially. I think a lot of them are going to make some good money.
Well, it's making good sense overall. Stephen, who do you like between? We know the other series is over. Warriors, just a matter of time. Celtics Heat, the worst 2-2 series in history.
Has to be.
Who do you like?
I think I still go with the Celtics, man. The series has almost been unwatchable, but I think they're just a better team. I think I read something like they either won or tied like 13 in the quarters played. So I think overall they've just been. If they're hitting their shots, they're going to win. I just think they have a little bit too much talent. The injuries have kind of made that series ugly, but I wouldn't be surprised if Miami win. But I'm still going with Boston. I'm going with Boston in 6.
Yeah, I just hope we get a decent game out of the mix, just at some point in time. Do you think we will have a staff by the 4th of July?
4th of July. I think he'll have at least one hire in place. I don't know if he'll have the full staff, but 4th of July, I think they'll have at least one more official name on the staff by then.
All right. And did you beat Elden Ring?
No, man. I've been on that fight for 3 weeks. I'm struggling. I'm down bad. I haven't played it in 3 days.
Did you use pest
I'm going to
threads?
come back, though.
Did you use pest threads, man? Use pest threads. Get your incantations. And come on. That's what you got to do. If you need to respec. You know, come on.
I've done it 5 times. It's just.
Come on, Steven Johnson.
I'm trying to help you.
So, have you had a Mexican pizza?
I want to help you with this issue.
I actually have never had one before. People keep saying, "Is it that good? Is it fire?"
It's just a classic like meal we ate a lot in our 20s, man. Like lead a club late night, go get you a Mexican pizza.
Oh, okay, one of them type joints.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like the high end food at Taco Bell when we were coming up.
I mean, the line's been on swole since it came back.
Yeah, it's nostalgic food, man.
Yeah, the high end Taco Bell food.
Yeah, it's high end. Because at first, ask your parents. Ask your parents, Steven Johnson, about how you could go to Taco Bell and eat for $3. Like, just ask them about the $3 days.
Oh, that's the previous generation.
Yeah, and then some days you might want to ball out and get you an actual Mexican pizza combo, which ran you about $6.
Our generation. That's right. Good God.
I'll do my research and I'll acquire one this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Let us know how that Larry Brown podcast comes along too.
Wish you all the luck in the world. All right, Steven Johnson, thanks so much.
All right, y'all.
All right, man.
Steven Johnson, the Daily Midfielder, making
the
us feel super old.
Who hangs up to go play video games every time he comes on?
At least when he's not hanging up on us,
like CJ.
Like CJ does.
Yeah.
You can't. Man, old days, you could hang up on somebody for real. You had to have the phone. You go clonk.
You could have him. We could
now
put
it's
some
just
real
you got to
anger
just
to
put
it.
push the button. It doesn't. It's not the. No, you can't. You can't angrily hang up without looking like an idiot.
I wonder is there an app you can just add those
hang up.
Add that like hang
it
up sound effect to your hang up.
It doesn't work that way. You can't do it. Not the same. All right, we're going to come back. We'll get into some of the latest rumor speculation that's coming out. We'll discuss that as well as some of the talk around this college football situation is getting weirder and weirder. We'll discuss that. All that we continue here live on Grind Time from the Family Leisure Studios on a beautiful Tuesday, a Soft Rock Tuesday. Real Sports Talk. Sports 56 98.5.
Be sure to follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows. Stay up to date with station events and have chances to win prizes. Don't miss out on anything that's going on. Follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ.
Hey, I got Jeff Allen live on the phone. Hey, what's going on over there at Gossett Kia, South Mount Moriah?
Look, Randy, it's crazy over here, and that's because we'll do whatever it takes to put you in a new Kia today. Check this out. I've got a 2022 Kia Forte LXS, only $219 a month, and a 2022 Kia Soul LX, $240 a month. Both 36-month lease and $27.99 due at signing. And if you're looking for some SUV action, 2022 Kia Sorento LX, $315, 36-month lease, and $34.99 due at signing.
And I know all Gossett Kias are equipped with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
That's right, Randy. So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia, Mount Moriah.
2680 Mount Moriah or KiaMountMoriah.com. All 36-month leases, Forte NE 483,548, MSRP 21,435, sold NHO 2976, MSRP 22,045, Sorrento NG 116657, MSRP 31,290. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Kia. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 6/2/22. Dealer stock only. Warranties. A limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details.
Your favorite Italian deli, Lucchese's, now ships. For over 25 years, Memphis has trusted Lucchese's to feed their loved ones. And now they've created 4 great comfort food meals that can be shipped across the country to your family and friends. Enjoy lasagna, ravioli, tortellini, spaghetti, Italian spinach, and delicious sauces with no MSGs, no preservatives, and no artificial colors. Lucchese's can ship anywhere in the U.S. All you need to do is go online to lucchese's.com to place your order or call 901-766-9922.
We're starting the holiday early at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat on the Pike with our big-time Memorial Day sales event. Great things come in 3, so take your pick from 2022 Dodge Charger or 2022 Jeep Cherokee Latitude or 2022 Chrysler 300 Touring. We Gossett $469 a month. And get workhorse ready in 2022 Ram 1500 Tradesman, $489 a month or $35,860. 2022 Dodge Charger, 2022 Jeep Cherokee Latitude, 2022 Chrysler 300 Touring, $469 a month. 2022 Ram 1500 Tradesman, $489 a month. Plus trade up and get more for your ride at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat. Drive past the rest and come to the best or shop online, GossettMotorCars.net.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Mark Cherokee, 1575 at 4.11, 3500 down, must finance through Chrysler, 372 months at 2.9, 1500, NS 148, 243, MSRP 39110, Charger, NH 138807, MSRP 35485, Cherokee, ND 512209, MSRP 35735, 300, NH 11192, MSRP 37135. Includes all rebates and incentives, excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 5/31/22, dealer stock only.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. SeatGeek is your go-to app for the best seats in the house. Concerts, festivals, comedy shows, and right in my wheelhouse, sporting events of all types. They are the highest-rated ticketing app. Why? Because there are so many satisfied customers. SeatGeek scours the web and puts tickets all in one place to make buying simple. They also rate every ticket to make sure you're getting the best deal available. Get your butt off the couch and into the best seats at the biggest events around. Transparency is the key to the best deals. That's what you get with SeatGeek, the best search engine to find the top tickets and the best bargains. And you can get $20 off your first purchase with promo code GASMAN at SeatGeek.com or on the SeatGeek app. That's promo code GASMAN for $20 off your first SeatGeek order. SeatGeek, get your seat in a seat. Download the app today.
Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
I want to talk about too, the NIL business, all that. One other thing that's swirling around that is not NIL, but it's related to the arena that the Tigers happen to play in, and the Grizzlies happen to play in as well, and it is money related. Is the piece? I know the Daily Memphian, Don Wade did a piece on the arena situation, the potential for upgrades, the status of the lease, which the Grizzlies and the Shelby County and City and County have worked out an extension, or at least dealing with the possibility that there could be a financial obligation that would be pretty high for the city and county, and they've worked out with the Grizzlies through 2029, but that's not that far away. As weird as that sounds, that's not too far away at all. And the thought is that between now and then, there's going to be a significant amount of improvements that are going to be needed for FedEx Forum. I honestly, you probably do need to reconfigure it to some degree, where you need to, bring some seats down, and obviously there's going to be upgrades that are needed from a lot of areas. Weird to think that arena is almost 20 years old.
Yeah,
but it is. Mm-hmm. Do you anticipate any of this being an issue down the line? For the Grizzlies, do you think that there is any reason for Grizzly fans to be concerned about the status of the team in the city at all?
It shouldn't be, but it very well could be. We have to go ahead and take care of this and do what we need to do. And I hope that our city has evolved over where we were 5 years ago when the Grizzlies got here. No. However many years it's been. Yeah. I hope we've evolved because 21. Yeah. This is one of the necessary things of the NBA. You know what I mean? And the arena is becoming outdated. It became outdated pretty quickly. I haven't been to a ton of road arenas, but the ones I've been to, there are definitely some that kind of show you that where the FedEx Forum is lacking. Mm-hmm. You talk about things like all-star games. We're nowhere close as far as it's more than just a FedEx Forum type thing.
Well, yeah, that's more of a hotel room issue.
Yeah,
than everything
but
else.
there are some things with the FedEx Forum that make the all-star game, too, an issue as well. But I just hope that as a city that we understand that this is something that has to be done, and like we talked about not too long ago, it's not really. It should be on the owners, especially when your owner is a 17 billionaire. And and this $148 million is like, going to buy a new pair of shoes to him in the whole grand scheme of things. But it shouldn't be an issue, but it very well could be. But I just hope we've matured as a city to understand that we have to pony up to make this happen.
See, the thing is that it's a shame that this has been the standard that's been set.
Mm-hmm.
That so much has to be kicked in by people around taxpayers and all that stuff, and it's just become the norm in so many ways. It was the norm right out of the gate for FedEx Forum. It's been the norm. If you look at what's happening with the Titans and Nissan Stadium, which is only 5 years older than FedEx Forum, it's getting a massive revamp and rebuild and change in the arena and all that stuff. And they're putting a new stadium up that's going to be, probably close to $2 billion, of which, a huge chunk of that is coming from the taxpayer, $500 million plus from the state of Tennessee, and then some local as well. The Buffalo is doing a new stadium up there, $850 million coming from taxpayers in various forms and fashion, state and local. So that's the standard. That's what has to happen. There's going to be some taxpayer kick in. That's the way that it's always gone.
Mm-hmm.
And you say that you hope the city has matured, and I can understand that. But I have to say that honestly, the truth is, as much as I am a Grizzly fan, as much as I'm a fan of having the NBA in Memphis, as much as I'm a fan of the whole thing, it truly does not make economic sense.
No, not at all.
There is no the economic incentive.
I cannot argue with you on that.
It is not. The money that is spent there would be better served in so many other ways. And we have to be. I think we have to just be honest about that right out of the gate. That we have, and you could say that about a lot of different programs, a lot of different things that have gone on. Stadiums in general are a boondoggle. Like they're not really the you have to bend over backwards to justify economically, and it's a lot of nebulous, like, well, the impact on the people's feelings about the city as a whole and about the perception of the city worldwide and all that's a lot of that stuff. Rather than, if you spent that, $500 million, let's say, because it's going to be pretty pricey when it's all said and done. Chase Center was built privately, by the way. No involvement there, but that's a different market. But Chase Center was $1.4 billion in San Francisco. So you're not looking at that for this, but it's going to be in the hundreds of millions of dollars when they do the revamp. That money coupled with whatever's spent to revamp the Simmons Bowl and all that, that money would be better served, being plumped into education.
Oh,
if that were a possibility. If you're in just a zero-sum kind of world, like there are reasons why it can't be and all that stuff. I'm not saying that it's just that simple. It's not. But obviously that would be the case, and you're deluding yourself if you think otherwise.
Right.
It's if you look at a lot of communities out there, they're a lot more livable for a lot more reasons. If you put that into parks, if you put that into education, if you put that into all sorts of infrastructure, there's all different different incentives to get jobs there's all sort of ways to spend that money. So I don't want to hear people saying that I don't want to hear people justifying it by saying it's economically the right thing to do. It is not, actually. Economically.
Oh, no. I don't want you to even think that that's what I'm saying.
Well, I want everybody to know. Economically, it is the wrong thing to do, actually.
It's a horrible thing to do.
But by the same token, and somewhat contradictorily,
we still need to do it.
There is a thing to being a major league city. There is a thing that is valuable. I don't know how valuable it is. I don't know what it means. I don't know what that means for the average citizen who's out there struggling. Folks that are having trouble finding things to eat. I'm not sure how excited they can get about that.
Right.
And don't give me the thing about Band-Aid of racial reconciliation and all that stuff. It ain't that.
No.
But there is something.
It's something to it.
It's something. I don't know how you measure that something, but there is something. And at this point in time, the old saying, "You're in for a penny, you're in for a pound." Like you've come this far, you got to do it. My hope would be organizationally that the Grizzlies and the Robert Pera would take the largesse that they've gotten, and Robert Pera in particular, and pony up to some degree.
It would be great.
That would be the ideal situation. But
like you said,
he's not obligated to do that, and I don't expect him to do
It's
that.
kind of set up where that's not the case. I look at it as not just what does it benefit, but just what it would look like if it didn't happen. If those upgrades didn't happen and the Grizzlies decide to move on, I hate to see the FedEx Forum being,
Mid-South Coliseum?
Yeah, a big-ass Mid-South Coliseum where the Tigers play.
Yeah.
I think that building needs an NBA team in there, and I would hate to see you talk about a big shell. That would just be a big nothing if the Grizzlies leave and it's just where the Tigers play only. It's interesting, man. I didn't feel like thinking about this offseason. Didn't know this article existed until the show started and we started talking about it. But I just think that I just hope that we take care of what has to be taken care of, man, because the Grizzlies have been here my entire adult life. And I remember being 20, 21 years old, working the Foot Locker and buying clearance jerseys that nobody was buying when we had a pro team here and getting a discount off the clearance price because nobody was buying and nobody really cared about the team. And now I see what it is now, where our jersey is the top 10 jersey seller in the country. We've got a legit NBA superstar here in Ja Morant. And, yeah, man, I want to keep this thing going.
I mean, it does make a huge difference. And so I agree with you. I want to see, I think it's massively beneficial, but it's just beneficial in ways that are hard to measure and that may not matter. It's economically a bad decision, but I don't know. It's a bad decision that I like. So and it's a bad decision that
I'm down
that I think is good in many ways, for the city. So it kind of has to be. Yeah, and I have no reason to think. I don't expect that there will be any issue with that.
Yeah.
I think the development of downtown and what we've seen around Beale Street, what we've seen, South Main, what we've seen happening with some of the development there, those projects, right a little bit west there in Union, North Main, around the Bass Pro Amid, all that stuff.
Bass Pro Amid.
That's where. The momentum is moving in that direction for the city.
Yeah,
I think the city would see that as a big problem. I think the state of Tennessee also needs to get involved too. If they're going to get involved with the Titans, I think that there's an obligation to get involved with the Grizzlies situation as well.
Yeah,
that won't be as expensive, and I think the Titans are shooting for a Super Bowl. That stadium's going to have a roof. They're shooting for a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
in Nashville. So
hey, man. Got to keep this thing going, man. Like you said, the FedEx Forum is so much a big of a part of the downtown scene right now. Like, I live in the medical district area, and, like, so much of what I enjoy about living out there is that, crap, man, I can go out. I can catch an Uber from my front door if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Have a good time, wild out, go to a Grizzlies game, hit up Beale Street, do all that, and it's all part of the appeal of living in that area, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
and that is part of it, where you're trying to attract, young professionals. You're trying to attract a certain type of person to Memphis, to make Memphis part of their life and to grow up with their family and all that. And entertainment options like that are a big deal. Like that does help. So, like I said, there's definitely an appeal to it. I don't want to get that twisted, but I don't want to hear people talk about that in economic terms, because it's not. It is not the direct economic is not good. It does not. There's no way to sugarcoat it. It is not good. So you have to frame it a little bit differently. I don't want to hear that kind of discussion go on, because I think that's disingenuous.
Unless you're hosting NBA finals and you got money coming in from everywhere. A couple All-Star games.
Again, even then, like,
you still ain't getting.
You gotta.
You're still fiscally irresponsible.
You gotta really push out like a long. You gotta make a lot of assumptions, and we are a long way from that. And then you got to start factoring in the cost of the hotels and everything else that you're gonna have to add to get to that level. You're gonna have to. I just hope that we use where the Hawks play
as a blueprint.
State Farm Arena.
Yeah, State Farm Arena is absolutely incredible, and it's geared towards the 20-something to 40-something-year-old crowd. And I really hope that's the blueprint of what they're trying to do. Because the arena definitely, it's a great arena. Don't get me twisted, but it definitely could stand a couple of modernized upgrades.
Yeah, no, I mean it's not the Mid-South Coliseum. It's not dilapidated.
Right, it's like that Lander Center.
No, I mean, hey, Lander Center is fine for what it is. It's not that. It's not whatever. It's fine. It's just. These things are coming, especially because the Grizzlies are going to have some leverage as an organization with the lease coming to an end.
You want the superstar here?
You like John Morant?
Huh? You want to send him to Seattle?
Yeah. And I think also the NBA, for whatever it's worth, I think the NBA doesn't want any more movement.
No.
There's
expansion maybe, but not.
No, there's going to be expansion. I think that's definite. It's going to happen relatively soon.
Movement hurts,
but I think that they don't want to be. They had that stretch time where there were some teams that relocated, and that just looks bad. And I don't think they want that anymore. I don't think they need it. I don't think they want it. And I think people have gotten used to Memphis as a NBA city. On top of that, it was a little bit weird at first, but now Memphis is firmly ensconced as an NBA city. So
I just wish people did more research on the city, man, when they trash talk. We're not Chattanooga. We're not Murfreesboro. No. We're not Nashville. We're not.
This is different. It's different.
It hurts, man.
Yo, I never forget what TMZ did, though.
What?
They I guess they were doing a preview or something happened, or I guess Gary Payton hurt his arm, and they said the Memphis Grizzlies played a game in Nashville. I was like, wait, what? It's like clearly Memphis is on on the jerseys, y'all. Like, we're not in Nashville.
It is weird. It is weird and
sucks.
Yeah, I agree. All right, we'll come back. We'll continue here on the program, live and local here on Grind Time, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 and 98.5.
Add a little fun to your lunch break. Join Johnny Radio for Sports 56 Happy Hour from 11 to 1 every weekday on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Case IH is a proud supporter of the Mississippi Farm Bureau, and thanks to a membership benefits partnership, Mississippi Farm Bureau members receive a discount of up to $500 on every qualifying Case IH tractor and piece of equipment you purchase. This discount may be used with other promotions, rebates, or offers. So join Mid-South Ag Equipment and the Mississippi Farm Bureau and pocket up to $500 in savings. Call Mid-South Ag at 662-890-3141 to get your discount today.
Are you ready for the Take It On sales event at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike? Take on high gas prices with 41 MPG Highway in your new 2022 Mitsubishi Mirage G4, $259 a month, or buy for $17,885. Looking for the perfect road trip ride? Take on 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, $359 a month, or buy for $25,285. Plus, award-winning redesigned 2022 Outlander, seat 7, $369 a month, or $29,005, and get the stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So get to Gossett Mitsubishi today, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 72 months at 3.9. Outlander NZO 68336, MSRP 29505. Sport NU 009708, MSRP 26035. G4 NHF 05848, MSRP 18385. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695. Excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
Here at Total Wine & More, you'll find what you love and love what you find, especially our totally low prices.
That rosé you recommended was a hit. What should we try for more fun in the sun this weekend?
This silver tequila makes a refreshing tequila sunrise.
Perfect. Wow, that price is refreshing too.
Find what you love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More. Pickup and delivery available at TotalWine.com. Drink responsibly, B21.
Found a great new restaurant in Horn Lake, Mississippi, Mr. Q's Sloppy Joe's on Highway 51, Horn Lake, Mississippi. Bring back those childhood memories from homemade Sloppy Joe's to mouth-watering cheeseburgers, spicy or regular fries, chicken tenders, chicken wings, jumbo hot dogs, Just a little secret, Sloppy Joe's has got that nachos cheese on it. On fire, delicious. Fried catfish that melts in your mouth. Light batter too, even homemade lemon cake. Check us out. Don't forget Q's Sloppy Joe's. Daily breakfast from 7A to 10A. Try Q's Big Breakfast. 3 homemade gigantic pancakes, 3 meats, 3 eggs for $10.75. Generous portions. Come hungry. Mr. Q's Sloppy Joe's, 5441 Highway 51. Just 20 minutes from Memphis. Can't miss it. Beautiful old brick house. Mr. Q's Sloppy Joe's, 5441 Highway 51, Horn Lake, Mississippi.
Hi, folks. Bob Burkheimer for Sunrise Buick GMC Truck. It's our 34th anniversary of Sunrise, and we're celebrating with a sale and savings that are bigger than ever. Over 600 new and used cars and trucks to choose from with huge Sunrise savings. See the entire inventory at sunrisememphis.com. Hundreds of pre-owned vehicles with a lot specializing in cars and trucks under $10,000. Credit not so hot? It's okay. At Sunrise, we specialize in secondary credit and have financing for everyone. New cars and trucks aren't free, but at least they're affordable at the 34th anniversary sale going on now at all Sunrise locations. Covington, Pike, Wolf Chase, and Collierville.
Now, back to Grind Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
Come on up. You know what today is? You know what today is?
It's something. Somebody's birthday or something.
Dinger Tuesday.
Hey! There it is.
And again, people, I'm telling you this, and I'll continue to tell you this. What did I tell you yesterday? FanDuel Sportsbook, I said Aaron Judge. And what did he do yesterday? 2 dingers. Double dinger.
Yep, would have got your money.
So I'm going to say it again. Dinger Tuesday, Aaron Judge. I did it last Tuesday. He had a home run. Did yesterday. Told you to bet on him hitting a home run. You get a home run. I'm telling you today. Do it. Go yard all May long with $5 Dinger Tuesdays on FanDuel Sportsbook. This season, all customers will get $5 for every home run hit by both teams when you place a $25 to hit a home run wager on Tuesday MLB games. And the best part about Dinger Tuesdays is even if your bet loses, FanDuel will pay you $5 for every home run. Just, again, Aaron Judge. Just mark it down. Put it. Smack it. Smack it and whack it. Boom. Aaron Judge. What are you waiting for? Pick your home run hitter and turn big swings into big wins. There's no better place to bet America's pastime than on America's #1 sportsbook. That would be FanDuel Sportsbook. Head over to your FanDuel account or download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code BIGHEAD. That's promo code BIGHEAD. Got to be 21 and older and present in Tennessee. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max bonus $25. Restrictions do apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. All right. Anthony saying the NFL apparently is discussing the future of the Pro Bowl at this week's league meetings. They are now exploring alternatives to the week-long Pro Bowl celebration, which could include the elimination of the traditional game. There's no vote needed to approve a change. Please, God.
Yes, for the love of God, get rid of it.
This is the worst game. It's just.
I'd rather see guys play Madden.
I'd rather see. I mean, anyway, go to the Circus of the Stars where they used to have people do like trapezes and stuff and all that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Let's see if we can't do that. Whatever, man. This is miserable. It's a miserable event right now. So please, football is not meant. There are certain games that are fine in a exhibition format, but football is not one of them. Football is
It didn't look good being played.
You got to play it. You got to play it
full strength, full
tackle
speed,
football for real. Play it or don't.
Yeah.
Please get rid of
There's
this.
no cool crossover to football that I want to see you do.
The SEC, apparently, according to Pete Thamel, is mulling over the possibility. They're not happy with the delay and maybe the altogether just non-existence of the expansion of college football and the college football playoff. They thought it was kind of a done deal that they were going to expand out beyond the current 4. And this certainly becomes a huger factor for them in 2025 when Oklahoma and Texas join the league. But there is some talk that maybe they're just going to go ahead and maybe do their own thing. Maybe their own football playoff. Maybe the SEC just has its own playoff and just say, hey, we're going to have our own little champion and our own little playoff, and that's that on that. Said Sankey, Greg Sankey, the commissioner of the SEC, is still angry about this, and he said whatever. There's a veteran collegiate official who's quoted in Thamel Story saying whatever collegiality existed among those 5 commissioners appears to be gone. Sankey is in such a catbird seat right now because the SEC really is a dominant figure in all of this. And he did mention that an SEC-only playoff is one of the many models that's being discussed by SEC officials at their fall meeting. But what would that look like?
It seems like it has to be some other end game to that. Like doing that all within itself, it have to be something else they've got planned. Like, because if you're saying, okay, we don't care about the national championship, we're going to have our own tournament. That seems like something that's ultimately going to push towards we're pulling totally away from we're pulling totally away from the NCAA, and we encourage other conferences to do the same. Because I don't think they're just doing it just as an isolated thing. It has to be a bigger picture in mind. Because that doesn't make any sense to me just on its own. It seems like they're pushing towards let's make our own group of 64 and make our own governing body. And
yeah, but beyond that, but even within that group of 64, the SEC has significant leverage. Look at who's won.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We'll talk about this tomorrow.
Yeah, it deserves its own segment.
But there are 12 of the 16 national championships have come from the SEC.
And when was the last time there was no SEC team even in the championship game?
That's very, very unusual.
I
5 different teams have won a title from the SEC: Alabama, Auburn, LSU, Florida, Georgia. The other sports, the rest of the sports only have had Clemson winning 2, Florida State, and Ohio State in the last 16 national championships. Who's got the leverage in this deal? It ain't the other teams. It ain't the other conferences.
Yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow.
We're going to talk about it tomorrow as the SEC meetings go on. Coming up next, it is sports time. Gabe and Brett got you from 3 to 6. Everybody, have yourself a great Tuesday.